China Current is a weekly news talk show from China to the world. We cover viral news about China every week and also give you the newest updates on China's cutting-edge technologies. Let's get started. Hi, welcome to China Currents. I'm Chris. For younger folks who live on TikTok, it's impossible to miss a new genre called Mr. Chu, which mainly consists of curated clips of or reaction videos to TikTok CEO Chu Shouzi politely answering questions in US Congress. Here in China, many social media users find a 40-year-old tech executive of Chinese descent good-looking, well-spoken, and sexually attractive. Don't ask me why I know it. There are tons of thirst-trap memes about him out there. But I think the most admirable part of Mr. Chu is his impeccable manner. Manner maketh man. Just imagine yourself keeping a straight face, sitting through questions like this. If I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is connected to my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network? What? TikTok is not a single-player game. Of course it needs your internet connection. If you don't give it access, why would you install it? Well, in theory, if you just find its logo aesthetically pleasing but its content abhorrent, then disable the connection, just keep the icon. Problem solved. You're welcome. But there it goes again. Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network? Now I see what it's getting at. Apparently, if TikTok gains access to a network that has multiple devices connected to it, then it will take over control of those hardwares, including home appliances, so that you can never turn off your aircon and freeze to death. But wait, Americans don't turn off their aircons anyway. And there's more. Your smartphones and security cameras will publish your bedroom adventures, or somehow steal your personal data, or even biometrics. I should have known better. No wonder politicians care so much about biometrics. You know, older men tend to have size anxiety issue. And even worse, TikTok could be sending such private, sensitive information to the big brothers in Beijing. And they'll go, look at America's national secret. So average. Don't laugh. I mean, this is serious. Don't let off TikTok that easily. It's a Chinese app, for goodness sake. Don't you ever give it Wi-Fi access. But more importantly, you should never use it on cellular data. That way, you take hostage of America's telecom network. Maybe even the power grid. Who knows? But it will never hurt to be more cautious. By the same logic, legislators should demand major cell phone manufacturers not to include flight mode on phones exported to the Middle East. Because if they fall into the wrong hands, and when they get connected to in-flight Wi-Fi, terrorists would take control of American airliners. Never let that happen. Well, enough joking, but do you really think the congressman didn't know that America's homegrown tech giants are equally, if not more intrusive on user privacy? Yes, they are bad guys, but they're our bad guys. You think they didn't know that TikTok is trying everything they can to distance itself from China? Like a second-generation immigrant eager to assimilate by proving his non-Chineseness? It doesn't want to have anything to do with us. Mr. Chu was like, can't you see? I'm Singaporean. TikTok is based in Singapore and LA. It's not a Chinese company, but a global minus China company. You can't even access TikTok in China, no matter how good your Wi-Fi network is. And no foreign government, including China's, will have any access to US user data. There's something called Project Access to ensure American data is stored on American soil by American company, overseen by American personnel. You think they didn't know that? They knew. They knew. I don't know what was on Mr. Chu's mind during his long 5 hours was grilled by US lawmakers, but he must realize that TikTok will have a hard time chewing his piece of American pie if he doesn't follow orders to take out the Chinese part of it. Some people say TikTok should hire a white man as CEO because that's the face of a truly global company. But others say it will never be white enough to be accepted because they judge not only by the color of your skin, but also by the color of your parents' skin. For them, there's no way to trust TikTok with the Abide by American laws because it's a Chinese parent company, ByteDance, operating from the evil communist regime that is China. Do you think they would have a problem with TikTok if ByteDance is a British, Canadian, or Australian company? Actually, they would if any of those countries are big enough to threaten America's dominance. So suck it up, yo, TikTok. Welcome to the warring states period. Well, in this deeply uncertain time, one thing is for sure, which is the generosity of the US government in providing free online education. We all have learned a valuable lesson about the rule of law by watching a circus show from afar. They could have taken TikTok by force. Just rob it. No one dares to say anything. But they chose to host a meeting first and ask questions in a civilized manner. Shining city, beacon of hope. I say take it if you want it so bad, but be warned that TikTok is murderous. It kills time. In Andy Warhol's days, everybody was said to have 15 minutes of fame. TikTok, TikTok. Now you have only 50 seconds. The social media generation has extremely short attention span for most stuff. But there are exceptions people will never get tired of talking about. The former US President Donald Trump is such an evergreen internet celebrity. He may have stepped down, but he never retires from people's minds. He recently prophesied his own arrest, and immediately fake images of him being gang-tackled by police began flooding social media. Just as people laughed off these pictures and said, "I only wish." A New York grand jury has really decided to indict him over hush money payments to porn stars. This makes a historic first for an ex-president. As of now, it's not clear whether Trump will actually go to jail, but Chinese internet users are already having fun making up stories about him coming out of jail and spend his twilight years peacefully in his hometown in China. Don't believe it? Look at this photo evidence of old Donald playing chess, practicing Tai Chi, shopping for groceries, and dancing in public squares. He looks exactly like a grandpa from a Shanghai neighborhood. Who could have thought he used to be the most powerful man in the world? However, all fake pictures are not the same. Outside China, there's an element of schadenfreude for many on the liberal left poking fun at Trump. But here in China, netizens regard him not as a disgraced president, but an unsung hero working undercover in an enemy state's heart of power. Think about his China policies, trade war, sanction and stuff, and their outcomes. He forced China to buy more cheap American soybeans and natural gas ahead of food crisis and a war in Ukraine. He pressured Chinese capital to speculate less, thereby reducing its risk exposure so we are less impacted by the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. And he encouraged China to invest more, to build its own capability by restricting its access to American technology. Even in terms of rhetorics, we loved his rhetorics, the tougher the better, so that it won't blow his cover. The only problem we had was that it wasn't hard enough. He just couldn't contain his love for the motherland. Like a forlorn maiden can't hide affection toward her cheating lover. China the thief, he stole my heart, but I don't blame him. He's so good, so smart, we love each other. I don't blame my predecessors, his exes, for failing to make him an honest man. So basically, it was our guy in the White House. Ever wonder why he has a penchant for wearing red ties? That's a young pioneer's red scarf. We recognize it instantly. There's no way a billionaire would have zero interest in patching up a capitalism's overextended empire, but vows to take back control of the nation state from the globalist elite. Unless it was someone else. So Comrade Trump, we only have one last mission for you. Come back alive. Well, thank you for watching this episode of China Currents. If you have any thoughts or comments on our show, please contact us at the email address below. Looking forward to hearing from you.